So how many of you guys have seen this book? Yeah? All right, I got another one for you. How about this? Yeah, who wrote these books? You got that right, Gary Keller. See, we are fortunate that we have Gary Keller, who has authored many books that are full of wisdom, practical steps to take to have a highly successful business. Do me a favor, turn to page 8 in your workbook text. One of the books, Shift, teaches us that to succeed in a shift, be a shift in the market seasonally because of an economic impact, an inventory shift, a pandemic, what we're going through right now, we need to shift two things. We need to shift our mindset and we need to shift our actions. When you think of these concepts as tools you think them differently and they impact how you actually take your actions. Bold is about mindset. We know that having a good outlook or a mindset is easy when things are easy. It's when the going gets tough that our mindset really gets tested. And only those who are prepared to make that mental shift will actually emerge on top. So once you have this awareness, your thinking goes from, oh no, the inventory is so low. How am I going to find a house for my buyers to, oh wow, the inventory is low. This is really great news for all of my sellers. How do I communicate this exciting message? How do I communicate this to as many people as possible? See, that's using shift as a tool. Recognize that shift gets your mind right, gets it real, and gets it right as shift tells us. Get your mind right, get real, get right, as shift tells us. And then with the right mindset, you can shift your actions to get all those great results that you actually want. Let me give you an example. I have 2 sons. They are twin boys in the same grade and actually right now in the same class. Both A students, yet one of my sons gets, B's and every now and again a C. Usually gets all A's and maybe a B. And he gets that B in one very specific subject, math, because he likes to go too fast. The same son also wants a bearded dragon. And he spent hours and hours and hours researching it, page by page, writing it out. Yet he comes to me one day and he says, well, Thomas is just a better student. He's just smarter. And I said, you really think so? And he goes, yeah. Now let me understand, the math he's learning is multiplication and division. So in multiplication right now, you guys can go back and remember multiplication, right? I mean, all it is a choice to memorize the actual multiplication until you get to, bigger double digits, and they're just in single digits. And yet that's where his problem is right now. And here's what I said to him. I said, it's interesting that you say that. Can I share something with you? And I said, you want a bearded dragon? He says, yeah. I said, you've read that? Yeah. You probably could sit here for 15 minutes and tell me everything that you have memorized about a bearded dragon. He's like, oh yeah, you want to talk about it? I said, well, hold on. I said, all multiplication is memorization, and you're making a choice not to memorize it. You're making a choice not to be great in math. I said, you can memorize stuff. We know that. You got 15 pages on a bearded dragon, and yet you're choosing not to memorize multiplication. See, that shift in just the way he thinks. So he came to me, I'm not kidding you, the next day, and he says, Mom, and we had a multiplication. He goes, well, I just started thinking, if I can memorize all my bearded dragon stuff, I probably could memorize all of my multiplication stuff. So I chose to. See, the result he wanted was to be the good student. The result he wanted was to get a good grade in math. The result he wanted is his parents were proud of him. He had to make a mindset shift to get the results he wanted. Let's go to a great quote that's in Shift, and I love this quote. Okay, hold on. I went here. So that's when I'm going to go here. Nope. All right. It's not going to work. Okay, so we begin to understand the absolute highest level that there's only 2 things. We start to understand at a high level, there's really only 2 things we can control, right? Mindset and then our actions. If you aren't getting the results you desire, that's all you need to focus on, right? What is my mindset towards it? And what are the actions that I'm going to take to it? On page 24 of Shift, Gary Keller, Dave Jinks, and Jay Papasan, there's a great quote that just drives this point home. You can't control the market. You can control your outlook and response to that market. Notice here how clearly it says, outlook is the mindset, response is the action. You can't control the market. You can control your outlook and your response to the market. If you have an outlook of, there aren't enough listings to go around, oh crap,